Yes, I'm from Christchurch, as you know, and I was visiting Wellington. And when I go through Wellington, I usually look up Helen, and we chat together. So we met for coffee, and she said, I'm going to India with a tour, and would you like to come? And I didn't think about it seriously at first, but I did start to think about it, and I've been to India before. And I found it very, very difficult by myself to get around, so I thought this is a great opportunity, and it would be travelling with people that I know I like and get on with. So I did go on the website and I saw some wonderful pictures, and they were very tempting, and I thought, I wonder if I'll see those for real. And one of the things that caught my eye was the street vendor sweet potatoes with the limes on top. Oh, okay. And there's been so many of those. So they're real photos.
And how did you find our process?
It was very good. I think you rang me 2 or 3 times, which was very nice, and you actually got me, which is on the phone, which is usually pretty hard to do. And yes, that was very welcoming way of introducing yourself without, being in a different city. It was good to speak with you on the phone, and just you were making sure that I understood what was happening in the process, and yeah, that was good.
And when you came to India, did it? I know you have been earlier and you found it difficult. How was it once?
Well, it's just been a holiday. It's been wonderful, and it's been a very exciting holiday. Yes, I've done a lot of adventure travel, and by myself, and done some pretty risky things all over the world. And this was just so safe, but you got to experience the exciting things anyway. But and so that was relaxing. You didn't have to struggle to find your way from A to B. Joji did all that and worked all that out. And I think because I haven't done a tour before, I really appreciate how much you have done for us, because it's hard work if you're doing it yourself.
So what about the accommodation? How did you find?
Well, that's wonderful. I'm used to both ends of the spectrum. For my work, I had pretty luxurious accommodation, but when I travel by myself, I usually backpack. So I usually stay in hostels and things like that. But this has been luxurious. This has been at that top end of the scale.
And the food, Indian cuisine?
Well, yes, I'm one of those difficult people with a special diet, and Joji has told me what is in the food. You've been able to point out to me what's in everything, and some people like to know that, and I do. So other people just like to experiment, and the same thing with the market today. There's some of us like you to describe what the fruits and vegetables are, so that we can decide whether we're going to buy them and try them. And other people just like to do their own thing, and I think you've got that balance. Once again, I participated in the cooking demos, but I couldn't participate in the eating often, and but people were pretty good about that. Yes, so we have been very kind here across the board. I've just had a wonderful swim this afternoon, and the water was cold, and when I got out I wanted to lie in the sun, and there's a young man looking after the pool, and he got somebody else, and they carted the chaise longue into the sun for me. I was so embarrassed, really. So they were going to so much trouble. Then they put a towel on it. Then they put a folded towel for my head. And I felt as though all I needed was the waving fan. No, it's very much how the British would have felt with all the luxury. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So.
And then the type of accommodation, the varying type, did you like the choice of our accommodation that we had Havelis, we had homestays, farm stays?
Yes, it is very nice. And the experience of staying in the homestay was wonderful. The, I don't know, a mud or, I don't know what they were made of, but...
They were mud.
Mud. Yeah, mud, sort of adobe
Yep.
huts. But they had en-suites. Now, not too many adobes had en-suites.
No.
So they were a very good standard. The beds have been comfortable. It's really interesting. They are hard, firm, but they are comfortable. They are very, very comfortable.
True, we're used to the soft bed and when we come...
But they are comfortable.
Yeah, we all had good sleep.
Yes, that's right. And I think, the old joints and the warmth, they ache less so that you just don't feel it. I never thought that I would be so comfortable on a very firm bed. So.
And the transportation?
Well, Veer Singh, our driver, has just been superb. He finds things that we mightn't otherwise see, points things out. He's got, and he's so sweet, and he's turned out perfectly every day, isn't he? Yep. Sort of immaculate and
clean van. He always cleans.
He cleans the van, so dare not leave. If you want a little drinking bottle, you take it with you because it'll be gone if it's empty.
Everything is cleaned and tidy by the time you come back.
That's right. But he's been really excellent, outstanding. Most of the local guides have also been outstanding, but we've just had enough of the other kind initially to really make us appreciate that the rest of them were very, very good.
Yep.
So we had one or two that could have been better, and that made the rest really appreciate all the rest of them. So.
Overall, your feedback would be?
I've really enjoyed it. I mean, they say you can't please all the people all the time, but I think you do a pretty good job of it.
Managed very well up to now. That's great. Yeah. And you will highly recommend our...
Absolutely. My book group's going to hear all about it. They're all, a dozen women, and I think it's an ideal... travelling obviously in India could be difficult, and I found it difficult previously, and you make it so easy.
Yeah, and
fun.
It's for women or men. We have the combination of activities, so it keeps it interesting for both genders. Whether the husbands like Peter and Barry, they also enjoyed because they had fun things along the way.
Yes. You did ask me about the going through some of the forts and in the heat was a bit of a struggle.
That was a struggle, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we try to start as early as possible.
But some people don't start early, so that's what tends to happen. But
we tried our best throughout our trip. We finished off around before lunchtime, all our outdoor activities, and we tried to go indoor.
I've really enjoyed today because today has been laid back, and we started with an optional walk with you to the dam, and that was wonderful. I really enjoyed that. And then Veer Singh, on his day off, took us to the village where we could sort of just walk around the village and see what people are doing in their day-to-day lives, and walk around the back streets. And some like to do that by themselves, and me and another woman wanted to be together, and that was comfortable for us. So I thought that choice was very good, and it's pretty safe.
Yep.
It's really good, and everybody is just so friendly and charming.
True.
And yes, we had a woman today who wanted to do a dance for us. Anything, anything.
That's true.
So, but they are delightful. They're lovely. I feel really geared up. Most relaxed holiday I've ever had, I think I could say.
Thank you. Really appreciate that.